Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. The aftermath of the NSAS protest is coming with mixed reactions. At one side, the protesting youths are expectant that the federal government will meet up with their demands. Now, on the other side, we are seeing the federal government chasing after those who were part of the protest. Some of them, their um, accounts have been frozen, and for some, we've seen them being arrested by police, being witch hunted by police. At the other side, too, we are seeing individuals coming up from different quarters to take some of the protesters to court. Kenichuku Okeke was the first in the list who had to drag about 50 supporters of or supporters and protesters of NSAS protests to court. Most of them are celebrities and some are also pastors. But right now, it's actually the gun is pointing at the direction of Femi Falana, who is a human rights lawyer. And right now, a lawyer also is dragging him not just to anywhere but international criminal court. The lawyer's name is Joseph Nwaibu of Pathfind Attorneys. He has filed a criminal complaint against Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, before the International Criminal Court for allegedly instigating the hashtag NSAS protest, which he claims led to the killing of innocent citizens, destruction of properties, among others. The complaint dated 4th November 2020 was addressed to the office of Madame Fatal Bensouda, the prosecutor ICC by Nwaibu, who claimed to be acting for his group Make Nigeria Better Initiative MNBI. Nwaibu alleged the role played by Falana before, during, and after what he described as the mother of all protests in Nigeria is not only ignorable but criminal. On the recent hashtag NSAS protest, which turned violent across the country, we beg to submit that the role played by Mr. Falana before, during, and after what observers describe as the mother of all protests in Nigeria is not only ignorable but criminal. He accused Falana of spreading fake news to further incite the youths in the country against the government, which led to the killing and destruction of properties. Waibo added, and I quote, say, "We have seen how the type of incitement spearheaded by Mr. Falana worked in Rwanda and other parts of the world, and the resultant effect was genocide. In the case of Nigeria, the misguided youth who acted based on Falana's posture, character, and utterances employed crude methods to illegally murder about 22 police officers in cold blood during the hashtag NSAS protest that lasted between the period of 3rd October 2020 till 21st October 2020. We strongly believe that Mr. Falana is a highly placed Nigerian citizen, senior lawyer, and a politician that without the timely intervention of the ICC, he will get away with justice in this case. At Oyibo Police Station in Lagos alone, a total of 3 police officers were killed and roasted like Christmas goats, with their facilities destroyed, he said. It is our further submission that what Falana is doing gives room for suspicion that another brand of the terrorist group may be created to hide under the cover of human rights activists while sustaining the evil already but evening our people through the activities of the disbanded Islamic movement in Nigeria and indigenous people of Biafra, IPOP. And this is really troubling. He went further also to say, overall, we submit the prima facie cases of instigating violent protests that lead to the killing of innocent citizens, wanton destruction of property, and other heinous crime against humanity have been established against Femi Falana's senior advocate of Nigeria via this criminal complaint for which the ICC can investigate, prosecute, and mete out appropriate sanctions to him. He urged the ICC prosecutor to open an investigation of Femi Falana's son on her own accord under Article 15, subsection 1 of the Rome Statute. Nwaibu urged the ICC prosecutor to compel Femi Falana son under conviction under the Roman statute to pay the sum of 2 billion US dollars as punitive damage for causing death, injury, and maiming of several citizens, as well as wanton destruction of public and private properties through his instigation of the violent protests across Nigeria from the period of 3rd October 2020 till 21st October 2020. The ICC has acknowledged the receipt of the complaint in reply signed by the head of information and evidence unit of the ICC, Mark P. DeLeon. DeLeon said the communication has entered the registry of the court and will be considered accordingly with the procedure and room statute of the ICC. He, however, added, "Please note, this acknowledgement letter does not mean an investigation has been opened, nor that an investigation will be opened by the office of the prosecutor. As soon as the decision is reached, we will inform you in writing and provide you with reasons for this decision." I mean, things like this are really shocking. I'm telling you the whole truth. And shockingly, the two individuals who have come forth to sue persons in respect to the protest are actually from the southeast. Really shocking, I tell you. And what we experience in NSAS, I can't stop explaining it. Protest is different from inciting anything. What we saw there, whatever Falana did was not inciting war. That the little I know about the things he did. Falana was always there to tell the people what to do per time, being that he has a very sound and strong legal background. Coming out to say that he incited the people to do this. The protesters were not those behind the destruction of public property or private belongings. It was not the protesters. It was the hoodlums that did that. I mean, I don't know how many times this should be resounded into the ears of people, because going out there to show that you don't even understand what actually happened during the protest is really shocking. This also is a pointer to the fact that what we have in Nigeria, or the people whom we believe in future can lead this country, are mostly autocrats, people who are oppressive in nature. They do not even want the people to make a statement about any form of social vices going on in the country. They just feel that the country need to be peaceful. The country need not to have anybody protesting against anything that is bad. And when it's like this, people will begin to think that such persons are being sponsored by some of these politicians. Because what we have seen thus far is really shocking. How can someone go ahead to take a human rights activist, a human rights lawyer, to ICC? What did he do? Trying to defend the people, trying to tell the people what they should do and all of that? And you're dragging him to international court. What did he do that is really bad? Thank God, I like the reply of the man who is in charge of the evidence and all of that in the ICC. What the man said was really, really interesting. Talking about the head of information and evidence unit of ICC, Mark P. Dillon. He said, "For the fact that we have acknowledged the receipt of this, your complaint, does not mean that investigation has been opened, nor an investigation will be opened by the office of the prosecutor. As soon as a decision is reached, we will inform you in writing and provide you with reasons for this decision." Thank God that this is done, because for me, this is trying to just announce yourself that this is who you are and this is who you are. Nobody cares about those who died. Nobody cares about what was the real purpose of the protest. For some persons, it has political undertone. It was only meant to destabilize the government and all of that. Far from it. On a daily basis, even as we are talking, there's a video that is currently trending where a soldier used his leg and he hit someone inside the car. The man fell over the other side. This was somebody who did not fight him, who did not use anything against him. But look at the maltreatment given to him. We're talking about police brutality, and it's still continuing till now. There's one that had happened in Ogoja. The same thing, how a lawyer complained that he went in, though there were no proofs, but he went in to secure the release of his client, only to be beaten by a policeman who was already smelling alcohol. Countless things, these things are still happening. And this we are looking for a sane environment, not only for this present generation, but even for the future. We are looking for a situation where our own democracy will be learned from. Other African countries can look at Nigeria and say, wow, in a very short period of time, Nigeria is now practicing very mature democracy. But other people are doing everything to ensure it is thwarted. I don't know who is funding them. I tell you the whole truth. Because for me, it's real shocking, really, really shocking. Look at what is currently happening. The federal government are now going after the NSAS protester. Nobody's coming out as a lawyer and say, sir, this thing you people are doing is not right. These guys were only peacefully protesting. Everybody is standing that it was them that encouraged the hoodlums and all of that. The first question I always want to ask is, when those guys came on board, who were they attacking at first? Was it not the peaceful protesters? I like to leave my case. They just go to a comment section. Let's interact. What do you think about what is currently going on with the NSAS protest? That's the aftermath of the